Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Come on, D.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's wearing the tight end with it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 75 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Tramon Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop.
Brings up second and 8 at the 31.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Just like that.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here we go. Slack 80.
On first down, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Stop your whining.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Coleman. Able to slither by. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Armstead providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. From the 24. Garoppolo going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Keep it up, defense. 1, Omaha.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
Garoppolo now, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Recon, 132 fighter.
First and 10 at the 30.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. DeForest Buckner forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! Hey, check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
21. He's telling him to right. Hey, for your head.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the afternoon, where the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And again, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun. Rodgers, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Second down and goal.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 18 yards, first down Niners.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. And boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 1, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity.
Here we go.
From where we sit, it's actually frustration.
21.
Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Coleman, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here? And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Preston Smith able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now.
So
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
We need team. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
It's our time. It's our time.
Rodgers again now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. Correct. No pick, just incomplete. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. It's complete to Grant. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Dancing to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. That might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And
they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison. 32 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will get him one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 20!
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.